case.edu. We welcome you to Case Western Reserve Football as the Spartans today travel to Ohio Wesleyan University to take on the battling Bishops. The Bishops will have the football to start playing. We've had the opening kickoff. The football returned out to the 18-yard line by R.J. Marsilio. And the Bishops offense will come on the field and get this game underway. First handoff of the game goes to their fine junior running back, Stephen Brown, who has rushed for 59 yards, I should say 172 yards on the season, caught for 59 yards. He runs it around the right side but is stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down and 10 for the battling Bishops of Ohio Wesleyan, who come into this game with a record of 1-4. Cases 5-0 on the season. Brown will carry again, tries to turn the corner from the far side of the field over near the Case bench. And again, he stopped for short or no gain, and a long third down facing the battling Bishops of the North Coast Athletic Conference. Mike Holloway is the head coach of the Bishops in his 25th season overall as a college head coach, 140, 112, and 2. Greg Debilak, meanwhile, today looking for his 30th victory as the Case head man, 29 and 18, his overall record in 4.5 seasons with the Spartans. Third down and 9 after Brown picks up 2 on that last play. The football on the Ohio Wesleyan 21. Their quarterback is Mike Fisher. He's rushed out of the pocket, reverses direction to the near side of the field, looking to get rid of it. Now he tucks it under, absorbs a hit as he steps out of bounds. Jeff Brown there defensively, well short of the first down, and a punt coming up for Ohio Wesleyan following their first possession of the day. David Wilson along with Ed Doherty from Selby Field here on the campus of Ohio Wesleyan University. It's a beautiful fall afternoon here. Bright sunshine, 55 degrees at game time. A light breeze blowing in from the north, 10 to 13 miles per hour. The punter is Chris Crass, the 5'11 senior. He gets the punt away. Nicely is back deep. And the football was touched back there by Luis Gonsalves, but it bounces over to Sean Nicely, and the Spartans will take over at their own 41-yard line. Well, Ed Doherty, the Spartans traveling down here to take on a 1-4 Wesleyan team, a team that they defeated last year by just 3 points at Case Field.
That was a 20-17 win for the Spartans last year at home, but that was without Dan Whalen. Angelo Mirando quarterbacked the team that day. Sam Coffey kicked the game winner with about a minute and a half to go. Case came away with a 20-17 win. But this year's team, Dave, averaging almost 400 yards a game in total offense.
Dan Whalen is the junior quarterback of the Spartans. On the first play of the game, he finds Zach Homick out near midfield. It's a 9-yard pickup. Homick steps out of bounds, and it'll be second down and 1 for Case as they have the ball for the first time today.
Well, with Homick, that is his 22nd reception of the season. That takes over the team lead. Homick, the sophomore, who last year caught just 5 passes the entire season, now has 22, starting his 6th ball game.
4 receivers in the game for Case. Corey Checken, the lone man in the backfield with Whalen. Handoff to Checken, bounces away on a fumble, but Whalen pulls on it to retain possession for the Spartans, so a near disaster.
Well, Case this year has been very good at protecting the football overall for the Spartans. They are averaging, or they only have 3 turnovers on the season, 1 interception by Dan Whalen, 2 fumble losses, and Ohio Wesleyan not very good at turning or creating turnovers defensively. They are -8.
Dan Whalen will work from the shotgun. A loss of 4 on that fumbled snap, or the fumbled handoff. So Whalen now looking at a 3rd and 5. They go to Webster over the middle of the field. He has first down yardage across the 50 down to the 46-yard line. And it's a first down for Case as Brian Webster hauls in his 10th reception of the season, the sophomore out of Southfield, Mississippi. And he has first down yardage as the Spartans break into Ohio Wesleyan territory.
Well, we're used to seeing Webster in the slot, but not usually going down the seam. Webster likes to work the sidelines for those first downs. And Whalen very comfortable on 3rd and manageable, throwing the ball out to Brian Webster.
No score first quarter, just underway here at Selby Field in Delaware, Ohio. They'll hand this one to Bill Dykman. The sophomore carries it out to the 40-yard line, picks up close to 5. Second down for the Spartans, who are decked out in their traveling white uniforms today with the blue numerals, blue trim. You have the players with blue sleeves underneath, white helmets with the blue Spartan logo. And meanwhile, the Wesleyan Battling Bishops in their black home jerseys and black pants, white helmets. No logo on the helmets, but a red stripe. Dan Whalen, second down and 4. Football marked at the 39-yard line. He'll roll left, fires it out to Homick, complete to the 30-yard line. Turns and runs upfield and is tackled at the 27.
Whalen was able to throw such a strike because even though he was rolling to his left, he set his feet, squared his shoulders, and was able to throw against his body for a first down.
We've seen Dan Whalen do a very nice job of that this year, Ed. It seems his balance, his control has even gotten better from last year when he was the co-offensive player of the year. 12-yard pickup there to Homick. So a first down. The football marked at the 27. Whalen with an eye in the backfield, checking, and Greg Meyer. Meyer, the tailback. They'll go to Greg Meyer with it. Runs right through a seam, left. He breaks free to the 10, to the 5, and he's in for a touchdown.
Give DJ Sutka credit on that. He cut off the corner. Tommy Saunders, the inside linebacker, not able to get over there. Sutka came up, sealed him to the inside, and Meyer followed that block into the end zone.
Greg Meyer is 26th carry of the year. That's his second touchdown run. That one goes for 27 yards, and the Spartans have a 6-0 lead. So some great blocking springs Greg Meyer free. Meyer, the 5'10 junior out of Clearwater, Florida. Sam Cox on for the PAT. There's Colasar with the hold. The kick is on its way. It is up. It is good, and the Spartans have a 7-0 lead. 10:25 to go in the first quarter. Back with more in a moment on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
I have this cool cash. What can I do with it? You can turn it into a hot meal at Rascal House. It's the best value in town. What do they have there? Buckets of wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and of course, great pizza. Are they open late? You bet. Open every night till 2:30 a.m. And you can even build your own pizza and order it online at rascalhousepizza.com. Cool. See you at the Spartans game? Yep, and see you after at Rascal House.
Listen to Preserving Your Retirement at its new time, Monday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220 The Word.
Back at Selby Field in Delaware, Ohio. We're on the campus of Ohio Wesleyan University today for Division III football action. Case Western Reserve against the Battling Bishops of Ohio Wesleyan University. David Wilson at Doherty. Nick Miller is our studio engineer. And it's 7-0 Case after a Greg Meyer 27-yard touchdown run. Ready for the opening kickoff, or the ensuing kickoff following the touchdown run. Coffey puts the foot into it, deep driving kick downfield. It'll be hauled in, well, touched, and then rolls into the end zone. They'll bring it out. This is Marsilio with it again. He only gets to the 4-yard line before he's tripped up. Nicely covered there by the Spartans. Greg Meyer gets down there quickly, in on the tackle. And the Bishops are pinned deep on the 4-yard line. Marsilio at first touched that ball, then it rolled back into the end zone. And then he brought it out. I was expecting the whistle to come for a touchback there, Ed, but
because it was
once it was touched.
Well, it was a true muff. He muffed it. That ball can roll in the end zone. He can't take a knee at that point. He doesn't have to return it.
So they will work from the goal line. They'll hand this one up the middle to Kyle Adams. Adams, one of their power runners, 182 yards rushing on the season and a touchdown. And he gives them some running room there as he gets out close to the 10-yard line, actually closer to the 11 before he's finally brought down. Adams, 6'1", 225.
A senior co-captain averaging about 4.5 yards per carry this season.
Played his high school ball at North Canton Hoover. 2 men in the backfield. They'll hand this one to Brown. Sidesteps a tackler and dives out over the 15. 2 nice runs to get this drive started for the Battling Bishops.
Case again showing traditionally we'll play that 3-4 3-5 defense. Sometimes they'll move into a 3-4 with the Bishop's tendency to run the football. Case is showing a 4-man front, a 4-3 defense to start with. Actually more of a 4-4 to start with Mike Peliak coming up to play the outside linebacker position.
They come on a blitz with Jeff Brown, keeping the football. Fisher wings it to the opposite side of the field. That's caught out there. Actually, that is Fisher on the reception. They gave the ball on the handoff to R.J. Marsilio. He throws it back across the field to the quarterback, Mike Fisher. So a little razzle-dazzle there by Mike Holloway. And they come up with a big gain all the way out to the 43-yard line.
Marsilio is the backup quarterback or third-string quarterback for this team, so he has the ability to throw the football. And the Case defense simply over-pursued the sweep. Nobody bothered to follow Fisher to the near side. It was wide open at the 20-yard line in the flat.
And he runs it 23 more yards out for a big-time gain. This time they'll hand to Stephen Brown. Good stiff arm, following the blocker, gets out to midfield. 7-yard run for Stephen Brown, and the Bishops are moving the football. They started this drive at the 4.
Well, the Bishops, they run almost a hybrid-type offense, Dave. It's a combination between the old wing T and the spread offense. If you can imagine that, they'll show 3-4 wide receivers, but 2 of those are running backs that they'll have on a wing. They'll run a lot of motion back and forth, so Case needs to pay more attention to where the football is and not so much of the motion or the play fakes that go on out of that formation.
7-0 Case, 8:23 to play here in the first quarter. Brown will carry it again, tries to turn the corner. He does get a couple of yards before he steps out of bounds on the near side of the field. Here's the Ohio Wesleyan bench.
Brian Calderon had beaten Matt Heinrich, the senior left tackle for Ohio Wesleyan. Heinrich stuck his arm out, arm-barred him, and dragged him down, and no flag on the play. Calderon still can't believe there was no penalty.
First down yardage for Stephen Brown, the junior out of Redford Township, Michigan. He had 110 yards rushing last week as the Bishops picked up their first win of the season. That was a 24-8 win versus the Kenyon Lords, a team that Case defeated in week 1. Fisher at quarterback takes the shotgun snap, hands it up the middle to the fullback. That was Raymond Beach carrying for the first time today, and he is knocked backwards, so he loses 2 on the play.
It was Jeff Brown being very aggressive coming through on the handoff. Brown picks up his 7th tackle for loss this season. Brown's been all over the place for the Spartans. 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, 1.5 sacks coming into the ballgame.
Beach is out of Landover, Maryland. He's seen a lot of action as a freshman. Now Fisher back to throw. He'll throw it over the middle. It's caught by Grant Geib for a short gain, very short of the first down. They get across the 45 into Case territory. They'll mark it on the 44-yard line as he hooks up with Grant Geib. For Geib, that is his 7th reception of the season. But still a long third down now, 3rd and 7 for the Bishops, with the Spartans leading it by a score of 7-0 here in the first quarter. 7 minutes to go in the opening period here at Selby Field. Bright and sunny today here in Delaware, Ohio. Fisher rolling out, flush down to the pocket, far side now, flips it downfield. It's caught for first down yardage.
That's 2 third downs on this drive that Ohio Wesleyan have converted coming into the ballgame, Dave. They were only averaging 31% in converting third downs.
Pat Embleton on the receiving end of that catch, the freshman tight end getting loose downfield and open on the right hash mark, and they get it down to the 29-yard line. Picked up a 15 on the play and a first down. The Bishops driving here, down 7-0 to the Spartans. First quarter action, 6:22 to go in the first period. They'll flip it back to Fisher on the shotgun snap. Brown, juke move, gets to the 25, still on his feet. Finally double-teamed and wrestled to the ground by the Spartans' Ben Klabina after he gets out across the 25-yard line. So a pickup of close to 4 for Stephen Brown, who is running hard today.
The Spartans are in a position now, Dave. This is unusual. The defense has only given up 7 points in the first half all season long. Case, in fact, outscoring their opponents 170-7 in the first half.
Fisher again will roll out. Now he stops, turns, throws back the opposite way, throws it up for grabs in the end zone. Incomplete. Labina there defensively. Right in the corner of the end zone. See who the target was. Still can't tell who that was on the target for the Battling Bishops. It looks like Patrick Flanagan. They split in out of North Ridgeville. Played his high school ball at Elyria Catholic. Is the intended target. So a 3rd down and 5 now for Ohio Wesleyan. Case leads at 7-zip, first quarter action. They'll split 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Fisher takes the handoff, reverse to Brown, powers his way near the 20, but he is well short of the first down. Brian Calderon was there to latch on to the ball carrier, Stephen Brown.
Case is stiffened and forced a 4th down.
Their kicker is Chris Crass, who is 2 for 2 kicking field goals this year. His long is 29. Football marked right now on the 22-yard line.
Which would make it just short of a 40-yard field goal, and that was about his max in warm-ups this afternoon, Dave. He was either short or would hit the crossbar a couple of times from the 30-yard line where the ball would have been spotted.
Right now it looks like they will take a timeout. They let the play clock dwindle down all the way to 1 and then call the timeout. So Ohio Wesleyan will talk this over. We'll take a break as well. 7-0 Case, 4:39 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Where can you find an outstanding Sunday brunch experience close to University Circle's events and attractions? The award-winning Table 45 features a globally inspired brunch from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Sundays. Not an ordinary brunch. Table 45's World Cuisine Sunday brunch features unique entrees with international ingredients and a cross-cultural buffet. Also, enjoy a variety of freshly baked naans, popular local bread from Central Asia, served from the restaurant's tandoor clay oven with a choice of dipping sauces, chilled seafood, enticing salads, and creative desserts. Make this a not-to-be-missed Sunday brunch experience for adults and children. Table 45 is located at the Intercontinental Cleveland at 9801 Carnegie Avenue. Valet parking is complimentary for restaurant patrons. Call Table 45 for more details at 216-707-4045. That's Table 45 at 216-707-4045. Listen to Preserving Your Retirement at its new time, Monday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220 The Word.
And 3 from the 22-yard line. Fisher wants to throw it. He hits a receiver out on the far sideline. That's Flanagan, who holds it in for the first down.
The Bishops were just 20% on 4th down conversions this season. 2 of 10. Took their time, thought about the field goal, decided it was too long, and went with just a long out pattern. Picked up 5, enough for the first down. The Bishops again improved the chains.
First down and 10 from the Case 17-yard line. The Battling Bishops with their quarterback, Mike Fisher, out of Kenston High School in Chagrin Falls. He'll hand it off to Stephen Brown. Breaks around the outside, but now he's sealed off and thrown back. Ben Lapina, Luis Gonsalves there on the coverage for Case.
Well, the Bishops are having a hard time running to that left side of the formation. Matt Heinrich not able to seal the corner for the Bishops. He's got enough trouble handing Brian Calderon, and with that, Gonsalves and the rest of the linebacking crew was able to pursue up quickly.
Lost a yard there. The football back now to the 18-yard line. It is 2nd down and 11 for the Battling Bishops of Ohio Wesleyan University. First quarter action. Case leading it by a score of 7-0. Fisher, the lone man in the backfield now. He'll take the handoff and keep it himself. Tries to tiptoe up the middle. Gets to the 15. So he picks up 3, but a 3rd down and 8 now for the Bishops.
Well, lucky for Case that Mike Fisher didn't pick up the mismatch that Case had in the secondary. At Embleton, the tight end for Ohio Wesleyan, had split out just outside the hash marks, and Case failed to roll a safety over the top into coverage. Embleton was standing out there alone. Could have caught a ball right up the seam and gone in for a touchdown.
We'll see what Mike Holloway comes up with on 3rd down. They'll line up 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the left. Fisher wants to throw. Now he's rushed out of the pocket, still looking downfield. Now he's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line. The Spartans come up with the sack on Fisher, the first sack of the day recorded by the Spartans.
Dale English in there for the Spartans. 4.5 sacks on the season now for English.
So that one loses about 6 yards on the sack by Dale English. And they will try the field goal now as Chris Crass comes out to try the field goal attempt.
It's a 41-yarder. This was about his max in warm-ups.
Chris out of Aurora High School. The kick is on its way, and it is no good. Just short by Crass. That one ended up just under the crossbar. So it stays a 7-0 football game, and the Spartans will take over following the missed field goal. That is the first miss of the year for Crass.
And the string is still intact, Dave. The Spartans have given up just 7 points in the first half of this season.
1:57 to go here in the first quarter. Great to have you with us today for Case football. We do welcome your emails today at sportsinfo@case.edu. Sportsinfo@case.edu. We'd love to hear from you if you're listening on the internet, but particularly if you're tuned in around the Cleveland area today, listening in on AM 1220, The Word. Dale Whalen takes the shotgun snap. First down for the Spartans. Hits Colasar with a pass out at the 30-yard line. Ryan Colasar holds in his 15th catch of the season. 6-yard pickup for the Spartans. Second down, about 4. The Spartans ranked number 15 in the country. In Division III football, they defeated Worcester last week 28-7, and they bring into this game a 16-game regular season winning streak.
The Bishops, Dave, have shifted out of their traditional 4-3. They're more in a 3-4 defense. Tolliver, the defensive end, is now standing up.
4 receivers in the game for the Spartans. They'll go to Meyer. He's tripped up as he hits the line of scrimmage.
That's Tolliver off the corner coming on a blitz, but the previous play Tolliver had dropped in the coverage, so this defensive end is very active. Struthers, Smith, and Browning, the other on the defensive line, remain there, but Tolliver has become very active for the Bishops in the box.
52 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Clock continues to move. 7-0 Case. Whalen checks off at the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers split on each side. Meyer stays in the backfield. Whalen wants to throw it. Still looking downfield. Rushed over near the sideline. He fires it to Brian Webster, who makes a sliding catch at the 38-yard line. A pickup of 8 and a first down. Well, that play looked to be disintegrating fast, Ed, but Whalen, staying on his feet and staying inbounds, finally found Webster.
Webster was able to plant himself, and as the defense converged on Whalen, thinking he was going to tuck it and run, he flipped it over the 2 linebackers and into Webster's hands, who caught it laying on the turf.
That's about 2 or 3 of those type of catches that Webster has made this year, sliding down and making a very nice acrobatic catch. Whalen rushed again, fires deep downfield, looking for it nicely down there. It's incomplete at the 45-yard line. Second down and 10 for the Spartans. Coming up at halftime today, we'll be visiting with offensive lineman, the starting left tackle of the Spartans, Marcus Klosinski. And we'll also be catching up with sophomore runner Justine Jaroski of the highly acclaimed women's cross-country team at Case. That's all coming up at halftime. 8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Whalen will work from the shotgun. The little shovel pass to DJ Sutka, the tight end. He goes across the 45 out to midfield, where he is tackled. First down yardage for the Spartans on the little shovel pass to DJ Sutka.
New wrinkle for the Case offense, running Sutka off the wing, in behind the defensive or offensive lineman, catching the inside shovel pass.
That's the end of the first quarter. Case leading it by a score of 7-0. Second quarter action is coming up next right here on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Want to publish your book?
You can go the old-fashioned route, waiting on traditional publishers, or you can seize the day with self-publishing at Zulon Press. You make no compromises and reap all the rewards. Zulon Press puts your book into the same bookstores and websites as old-fashioned publishers, but you control it all. To learn more, Zulon Press has a free self-publishing guide at christianpublishing.com. No compromises. All the rewards, Zulon Press. Your free self-publishing guide is at christianpublishing.com.
AM 1220 The Word with your word for the week.
Neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood he entered in once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us. Hebrews 9, verse 12.
Northern Ohio's Christian talk station, AM 1220 The Word.
Listen to Preserving Your Retirement at its new time, Monday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220 The Word.
David Wilson, Ed Doherty here at Selby Field in Delaware, handing off to Derek Bush on the first play of the second quarter. Bush turns the right corner and picks up about 8 yards as he runs to the Ohio Wesleyan 40-yard line.
Check that. Dan Whalen had trouble getting away from the center. He stumbled, and I don't know if it was Ryan Brian or Neil Dolan, the center, who tripped him up, but he almost didn't get the handoff out to Derek Bush. So the timing on that play started a little shaky, but Bush made the most of it.
So it'll be second down and inches right now at the 40-yard line of the Battling Bishops. 7-0 case here, just underway, second quarter. They'll keep it in the hands of Whalen, and he is going to be grabbed in the backfield and hauled down on a nice defensive play by Jason Chitwood, the senior linebacker out of Toledo, who caught Whalen on the keeper. No gain, and it will be third down for the Spartans.
Again, it looked like that play was going to open up for Whalen, and then all of a sudden it just closed down. Whalen just with a hesitation enough that allowed Chitwood to come forward, grab him by the ankle and hold on and make sure Whalen couldn't reach the first down marker.
Well, the bowling ball, Corey Checken is in the backfield now on a short third down play. We'll see if they go to Checken, the fullback. They do. He pounds his way forward, has the first down and plenty more out to the 36-yard line. Corey Checken with 176 rushing yards on the season and 6 touchdowns. And when the Spartans find themselves in those short yardage situations or on the goal line, they go to check it, and his power game, it always pays off.
Now he gets his shoulders lower than the defenders and keeps his legs moving forward. Wants to keep chopping and picks up the yards that he needs.
Checken remains in the game at fullback. Derek Bush at tailback right now. Colasar is wide to the left, Holmick wide to the right. And it looks like Nicely is in the slot on the right side. They'll hand this one to Derek Bush. Stumbles in the backfield. Now can't get ahead of steam going, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line. So a loss of 4 for the Spartans on that play.
That's Tolliver breaking that play up again. Tolliver, while he didn't make the tackle, interfered with the handoff between Whalen and Bush. Tolliver coming from a linebacker position, again, not in his defensive end, coming off the edge, standing up, and creating some confusion in the offensive backfield for the Spartans.
Second down and 14 for Case right now. Football marked at the 40-yard line of Ohio Wesleyan. Spartans up 7-0 second quarter. They go back to Whalen with it. He'll fire quickly out to Webster. He is hit and dropped after making it back to the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Daniel DeLay, the junior defensive back out of Pine, Colorado.
This defense for Ohio Wesleyan, very active, very aggressive. Again, there are 2 blitzers coming from the strong side of the formation. Whalen was able to find his hot receiver for a short pickup.
Third down and 10 for the Spartans. The football marked at the 36-yard line. Case 7, Ohio Wesleyan nothing. Early second quarter, 11:58 to go before halftime. Dan Whalen calls out the signals in the shotgun. Bill Deitman is checked in. He's blocking for Whalen. Reverse to Sutka is overthrown, and it's 4th and 10 for the Spartans. Sutka had some room out in front. Whalen moving away from DJ Sutka, trying to flip it back, but over the head of the intended target.
Haberman and Kluzinski were back there as well. They had a wall set up for Sutka on the near sideline. That play well designed, and Sutka with a lot of running room had Wayland been able to drop that one in.
Right now, it appears they are thinking about going for it here. Wayland is not lining up in the punt formation, that's for sure. The offense still on the field. 4th down and 10. Wayland back to throw. Rolls right. Fires downfield. Homick there to make the catch. Very close to the first down marker.
I think he got enough for it. They needed 14. He picked up 15 and managed to get his foot in bounds inside the 25-yard line.
So Homick makes the catch. Zach Homick, as Ed alluded to earlier, the leading receiver in terms of receptions on the season. That now is 23rd of the year. It's good for the first down. The Spartans convert on 4th and 10. And the football is marked at the 24-yard line. Wayland under center calls out the signal. Spartans leading at 7-0. They go to Greg Meyer with it. He finds a hole on the right side, breaks across the 20, down close to the 15-yard line.
Ohio Wesleyan brought the blitz on the strong side of the formation, the near side. Case ran to the right side of the away side of the field. A lot of opening over there for Meyer running away from the blitz.
Nice run by Meyer for 8 yards, 2nd down and 2. The Spartans leading it by a score of 7-0 on a Greg Meyer 27-yard touchdown run at the 10:25 mark of the first quarter. Now they're getting down into the red zone again. They'll go to Corey Checken straight up the middle. Checken runs for the first down, and a new set of plays coming up for the Spartans.
Well, they're going to mark him short, Dave.
Wow, they needed to get just inside the 15, which he did, but it looks like it is a little bit short. So just inches short of the first down.
Are we putting odds on what this play call will be?
Well, right now, Checken is still in the game, but he's lined up off to Wayland's right. Meyer is the tailback. Now Wayland will go, fake a handoff. He'll throw it. They're looking for Checken. He makes the catch inside the 10 and run out of bounds.
Some nice hands by the big man. That ball thrown well below his waist. Checken reached down to pick it off right around his kneecaps. Not with the best throw from Dan Whalen, but the adjustment made by Checken good enough for the first down.
That is Corey Checken's second reception of the season. And that one is good for the first down. And now inside the 10, the football is marked on the 9 with 9:47 to play here in the second quarter. Whalen will work from the shotgun. Dan Whalen went over the 5,000-yard mark passing yardage for his career last week when he threw for 247 yards against Worcester. Whalen will keep it. He runs up the middle, gets to the 5-yard line, inside the 5, down to the 4, before he is folded up on a tackle. The Spartans get inside the 5 on the keeper by Dan Whalen, who is a very dangerous rusher. 126 yards rushing on the season.
A design quarterback draw. And sometimes, Dave, I think that keeps Whalen in rhythm. The ability to get hit, to feel the defense kind of just become part of the offense rather than throwing the ball or handing it off. I think Whalen has to get involved in those kinds of draw plays and quarterback sweeps.
The freshman Brian Metalsitz is checked in on the right side, one of 3 receivers stacked over there. Whalen rolls that way, looking into the end zone. High pass is thrown over everybody's head. There is a flag down and probably a holding call coming up. Nobody open, so Whalen throws it away in the end zone.
Looks like Metalsitz had his jersey grabbed and was pulled down. It's a long discussion, though, for a defensive holding.
Well, we'll see what the call is. Right now, 8:36 to go in the second quarter. Spartans up by a score of 7-0 at Ohio Wesleyan today, and they're going to pick up the flag. No penalty, and the Spartans will be looking now at a 3rd down and 2.
Whether or not the ball was uncatchable has no effect on defensive holding. Interference, they have to make that judgment call, but if Metalsitz was grabbed and pulled down, it doesn't matter if the ball was overthrown or out of the end zone.
They'll stack 3 receivers to the left side this time. Middle Webster. Holbeck is the lone man on the side. Greg Meyer is in the game in the backfield. It is 3rd and goal from the 3 for the Spartans. Whalen from the shotgun. Calls out the signals, and he says, no way, timeout. Spartans didn't like the setup. They'll talk it over as Whalen uses a timeout here with the ball inside the 5-yard line. We'll step away for a timeout as well. More second quarter action coming up after this on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Quiznos at the Circle is proud to team up with Case Athletics as a platinum sponsor. Quiznos offers the great taste of fresh, hot, toasted subs. Great food just goes well with great athletics. Mention that you heard this ad during the Case football game and receive $1 off a regular sub and $2 off if Case wins today. Offer good till Tuesday, so hurry in to Quiznos on the Circle. If the Spartans win, so do you. Quiznos, the best damn sandwich in the land. Quiznos at the Circle and Case Athletics, partners in excellence. Quiznos. Toasty.
Listen to Preserving Your Retirement at its new time, Monday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220, The Word.
8:36 to go here in quarter number 2. 7-0 Case as the Spartans make a bid to go 6-0. They have won 16 consecutive regular season games. Playing at Ohio Wesleyan today, we're at Selby Field on the campus of Ohio Wesleyan University in beautiful Delaware, Ohio. Spartans took the timeout, 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. Whalen will work from the shotgun again. Meyer is in the game. Whalen will roll, shovel pass to Sutka. He is still on his feet, leans in, trying to get to the end zone. No call yet from the officials.
So it looked like Sutka twisted out of that second effort tackle, fell to the end zone, and they're going to mark him just short. Great effort by DJ Sutka.
Second time the Spartans have gone to that play today, as they hit Sutka with that shovel pass right up the middle, and that football is just outside the goal line. It is 4th and goal from the 1-inch line for the Spartans. 3 men in the backfield, no receivers. Dan Whalen under center takes the snap. They go to Check-in, and he is very close, if not in. Now the signal comes out. It is a touchdown as Check-in rumbles in for the score. That's his 7th touchdown of the season. Corey Check-in gives the Spartans a 13-0 lead.
A long, sustained drive for Case. A little over. Well, they had the ball in the first quarter, so almost 9 minutes on that drive, Dave.
Sam Coffey on for the PAT to try and make it 14-0. The snap is good. Colasar with the hold. The kick is on its way. It splits the uprights. Coffey 2 for 2 and point afters today, and the Spartans extend the lead to 14-0 here with 7:55 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back with more second quarter action after this on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
How to explain the new RTA Healthline to a Monet painting.
How's it hanging, Monet painting? I've got news that will leave an impression on you. It's the RTA Healthline, a rapid transit line on Euclid Avenue that connects downtown with the cultural centers of University Circle. So now people will just get up and Van Gogh to see you, because it won't cost them a lot of Monet, right? Am I right? Wow, tough gallery.
The RTA Healthline, pumping new life into Cleveland.
Listen to Preserving Your Retirement at its new time, Monday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220, The Word.
Well, the Spartans with a 14-0 lead now after Corey Check-in drives in from 1 yard out. Check-in his 7th touchdown of the season, the junior out of Georgetown, PA, running effectively today. And the Spartans have a 2-touchdown advantage here in the first half against Ohio Wesleyan University.
How about these numbers on an impressive drive by the Case Spartans? 19 plays, 76 yards, 9 minutes, 2 seconds to put 7 on the board.
So a lot of time used by the Spartans. 7:55 to go now in quarter number 2. Coffey will kick off. Deep kick downfield. This will be taken in by Patrick Flanagan at the 15-yard line. Gets out across the 30. He is stacked up at the 31, and that's where the battling Bishops will come out to take over the football. Case leading it by a score of 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we'll be visiting with Marcus Kluzinski of the Case offensive line, and also Justine Jarosky will be joining us to talk women's cross country as the Spartans run today in a meet out at Oberlin College. So we welcome your emails today, sportsinfo@case.edu, sportsinfo@case.edu. And in motion, they'll snap it back to Fisher. They go up the middle on the ground. This gets all the way out across midfield. Ball carrier was the freshman Raymond Beach, who continues to run the ball very well. He got some speed, Ed, after he sidestepped the first tackler, and he gets out across the 50 all the way down to the 46.
Well, Case in a very aggressive defense on their last play. It was a 3-5 setup. They brought 3 linebackers off the edges. Beach ran up the middle past those. He got into the secondary very quickly. Beach is averaging about almost 40 yards per game. He picked up almost half of that right there on that carry.
Kyle Adams is in the backfield, and Mickey Geis also checks in now in the backfield for Ohio Wesleyan. They'll go to Adams, and he spins around, gets past the 45, pickup of 2, second down and 8 for the Bishops, who have been held to just 48 points on the season. In their 5 games, they have not scored collectively more than the Spartans scored in their Week 1 victory against Kenyon.
Well, the Bishops have just 6 touchdowns on the season. They've all come on the ground, and 3 of those came last week against Kenyon. So it's been a tough offensive year putting up points for the battling Bishops.
Mike Fisher is the quarterback in the shotgun, flanked by 2 running backs. He'll take the snap, go back to throw, looking down the middle of the field. Everyone covered. Now he is flushed out of the pocket, tucks it under and tries to run it. Gets out to the 40-yard line, high-stepping to the 35, hit and knocked out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Bobby Bott and Jeff Brown on the coverage for the Spartans as Fisher runs for a first down.
Well, Klebina was giving chase. He had a hold of Fisher's jersey as he turned the corner, and Flanagan just laid out Klebina. Coming back on his route, Klebina turned around, tried to put the second arm onto Fisher, and got hammered as Flanagan blindsided him.
12-yard pickup on the scramble by Mike Fisher, the former Kenston Bomber. They'll split out 2 receivers to the far side. That's Adams out of the backfield, lining up far wide left, but they run the play to the opposite side of the field. It's intercepted. Fisher's pass intercepted by Bobby Bott, still on his feet, back across the 30, knocked down, and the Spartans will take over as Bobby Bott makes the pick. That is his 4th of the season, and runs it back out to the 30-yard line, and the Spartans take over on the turnover.
As a team, Case now has 9 interceptions, 17 total turnovers generated by the defense, and have moved to plus 14 on the season. Interesting play. Ohio Wesleyan had 5 wide receivers in the setup. Case brought 6 on a blitz, so the defenders were lined up one-on-one, and Fisher unable to find anybody open and threw it right in the arms of Bobby Bott.
As we said, Kyle Adams out of the backfield lined up at wide receiver on the far side of the field and appeared to be open. But they ran it to the opposite side, the near and short side of the field, and Bott was right there to pick that off. So Whalen will hand it off this time to Bill Deitman. Has running room out across the 35 and tripped up at the ankles and falls at the 36-yard line. Pickup of 6 for the sophomore out of Mentor, Bill Deitman.
Well, no one dominating running back in this Case offense. Checking averaging 35 yards a game. Whalen 31, Deitman 29, Bush 28, Greg Meyer 22 yards per game. So it's just one after another. It's running back by committee, but they managed to pick up nearly 150 yards a game on the ground.
14-0 Case second quarter action. Whalen spins away from the pursuit, rolls out left. He fires it middle of the field looking for Webster, and it's off Bryant's fingertips and incomplete. Third down, along 3 to go for Case as they operate in their own territory following the interception by Bobby Bott. Dan Whalen, the 6'1 junior out of Willoughby South, as we said, coming into this game, 5,125 career passing yards. Whalen looks over to the sideline, gets the play call. DJ Sutka is lined up right side of the line. They go to Deitman again. Good running room out across the 45, still on his feet, and tackled near midfield. First down yardage for Bill Deitman, who goes for 13 yards. And again, getting some great holes opened on the right side of that line.
Well, Case had to replace Neil Dolan at center. Michael Allen now in at center, the freshman offensive lineman from McMurray, Pennsylvania, 5'11", 250 pounds, getting some time working with Dan Whalen here in the first half.
Ryan Breon and Chris Center also on the right side of that line, really springing Deitman on that play. Two receivers on the left. Deitman will go back. They'll hand it to Derek Bush. Runs on the same side, right side of the line, and again has good yardage out across the 45, out to the 42-yard line. Late flag comes out after Bush was down.
Well, it's either going to be a hold or a face mask associated with the run.
You're going to get a face masking penalty against Ohio Wesleyan. Good call there, Ed. Face mask penalty, and they'll tack on some yardage onto this play. Big 15-yard penalty, and that will move the football all the way inside the 30-yard line, and they'll mark it at the 28-yard line of the Battling Bishop.
That flag came in from the side, Judge, deep at the end of the play. There was almost a scrum as Bush was being tackled. The question was whether or not a Case player grabbed a Wesleyan player, or the Wesleyan player reached up and got Bush's face mask.
So that play nets about 22 yards, all the way down to the 28-yard line. Case leading it by a score of 14-0. Second quarter action here at Selby Field in Delaware, Ohio. Whalen back to throw. Here is the rush. Now he is flushed out of the pocket, rolls right, goes for the end zone. Homick is open, and he makes the catch. It's a touchdown.
In double coverage, Womack managed to get near the 5-yard line, saw Whalen wave him to the corner, and Whalen dropped it in among double coverage for the touchdown.
Zach Homick's third touchdown catch of the season makes it 20-0 with 4:06 to go here in the second quarter. 28-yard touchdown strike from Whalen to the sophomore out of Chicago, Zach Homick. Some kind of a catch by the sophomore. Now Coffey on for the PAT. Here is the kick. It is up, and it is good, and the Spartans extend the lead to 21-0. More second quarter action coming up after this on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Are you looking to rent a nice single-family home close to Case for a week, a few months, or for the year? If so, please keep Riley Properties in mind. Hi, this is Mike Riley speaking for Riley Properties, which is a new division of Riley Painting and Contracting. Over the years, our company has bought older single-family homes, restored them to their original glory, and then rented them out. We can offer you a house for the week, during graduation, or a house for the semester or the year. All our properties are minutes from Case, in nice neighborhoods, with hardwood floors, beautiful kitchens and baths. Just check our website out at www.rileypainting.com and then just click on our House for Rent page for a video walkthrough. You can email us from our website or give us a call at 216-371-8160. Riley Properties, for a beautiful restored home for rent. 216-371-8160.
Listen to Preserving Your Retirement at its new time, Monday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220 The Word.
Here's the onside kick for the Case Western Reserve Spartans. They might recover it. They do. The Spartans up by a score of 21-0. The football recovered by Derek Bush on the special teams coverage. The Spartans using that little pooch kick off to the left side. It took a Case bounce and rolled back toward the kickoff team. And Bush falls on it, and the Spartans recover following the scoring strike to Homick. And with a 21-0 lead, the Spartans really go for the dagger here, Ed.
Well, the Ohio Wesleyan defense had just sat down on the bench, and when they saw that the Spartans recovered, about 4 of them stood up and spiked the water bottles. They were not happy about having to go back on the field.
So back on now after Case has had 2 very strong drives, turning an interception into a touchdown on the last play. They hand it up the middle to Greg Meyer, and this is just power football running straight ahead out across the 45 down to the 42-yard line.
Meyer now with 42 yards on the ball game.
The last drive ending on the 28-yard touchdown pass to Zach Homick, who went up between 2 defenders to get that reception. His third touchdown of the year. They'll hand this one up the middle to Corey Chekin on short second down yardage. And he gets the first down as he powers past the 40, and they'll mark him down at the 37.
A little surprised on 2nd and 1 that Case didn't take a shot down the field, knowing that Chekin has the ability to pick up those kinds of first downs. On 2nd and short, Whalen just take another shot down the field and put that dagger in you talked about.
Case operating in Ohio Wesleyan territory right now. Dan Whalen looks over to the sideline. Rick Debelak and company. Derek Slesh up above looking down. The offensive coordinator of the Spartans, they get the play in. They'll hand it to Meyer. Runs over the right side. Flag comes in as Meyer is tackled.
Ryan Briand might be called for the hold.
This one looks like it'll go against the Spartans. The Case players walking backward, and so they will mark this off from the spot of the foul, waiting on the official signal from down on the field. And it is holding against Case, so they'll mark this one back. 3:01 to go here in the second quarter. Case on the road today and on the road next week with a game at Hiram College. That'll be a 1 o'clock start. We'll have the broadcast for you here on 1220 The Word. And then back at home on the 1st of November against the University of Chicago. 2:50 to go here, second quarter. Metal sits, gets the handoff. They reverse it to Brian Webster, but that play will go nowhere as they are all over Webster. And he is tackled behind midfield back in Case territory. So that one loses about 5 yards. And the Spartans moving the wrong way.
And the Bishops brought the blitz. 3 were in the backfield, and Whalen and Coleman were out there having to lead that double reverse for Webster, trying to knock down the tower surrounding his shoulders who had penetrated.
So Colasar winds up wide to the left. Metal sits in the slot left. 2 receivers on the right. In the backfield, it looks like Meyer is back there. Actually, that is Bill Deitman in the backfield. They go to Metal sits on a crossing pattern, hit at midfield, makes the catch, but then is tackled. And so the Spartans now looking at a very long third down. That one picked up about 2 yards.
That's Tommy Saunders on the tackle for Ohio Wesleyan, second on the team with 43 tackles. He's the senior co-captain.
Right now they're looking at a third down and 22. The Spartans with the football after recovering an onside kick. They lead it 21-0 with just over 90 seconds to go here before halftime. Dan Whalen calling out the signals at the line of scrimmage. Now will ask for and get a timeout. Whalen gets a timeout here as the Spartans spend their final first half timeout. 1:26 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Looking for somewhere to go after the game? Come head down to the Euclid Tavern and enjoy our great food and entertainment. We'll be your football headquarters all season long, playing all the top games on our big screen TV. Plus, stop in with an appetite throughout the week and take advantage of our delicious food specials. Tacos are 50 cents on Tuesdays, 35-cent wings on Wednesdays, and be there on Thursdays for college ID night with a live DJ. Come check out the Euclid Tavern, located on Euclid Avenue just behind the south end zone. The Euclid Tavern. The Euclid Tavern. Proud sponsors of Case Athletics.
Listen to Preserving Your Retirement at its new time, Monday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 1220 The Word.
Spartans back on the field. 1:26 to go in the second quarter. Case 21, Ohio Wesleyan nothing. Case 5-0 on the season, ranked 15th in Division III football. Whalen calling out the signals. Third down and 22. Back to throw. Now he tucks it under, still looking downfield, goes back to the middle of the field, finds Colasar, he makes the catch, runs upfield, out of bounds, first down Spartans.
Don't have too many plays in the playbook other than let Dan run. That's kind of what they must have called in the huddle there, is Whalen just made that all happen with his legs. And you notice Whalen keenly aware of where the line of scrimmage was. As he approached the line of scrimmage, stopped, drifted back, gave himself enough time to set his feet and throw, and find Colasar crossing over the middle.
They will mark the football at the 25-yard line, just inside the 25. We'll call it the 24. And so the Spartans end up with a 26-yard pickup on that 3rd and 22 play to Colasar.
A couple other scores of interest for the Spartans. Hiram and Earlham, that game in Richmond, Indiana at Earlham College. The Earlham team up on Hiram 14-7, and Worcester leading WashU at the end of the first quarter 14-7, that game in Worcester, Ohio.
Spartans will end the regular season against Washington University of St. Louis. Now more whistles come out. They are having trouble getting the play squared away. I'm not sure if they're having trouble with the clock, the play clock, the game clock, or what. Looks like they may want some more seconds placed on the clock. Right now it's showing 1:15 on the game clock here in the second quarter. They may have had trouble resetting the play clock.
Well, it's 1:18 they'll show on the game clock, and
put 3 seconds back up on there. That'll be important. Wayland will call out the signals. Right now it is 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of Ohio Wesleyan. The Spartans leading this game by a score of 21-0 right now. Wayland will take the snap. Now he wants to run it himself. Gets away from a tackler, still on his feet at the 20, and down to the 16-yard line before he is finally hauled down. Wayland running all over the place that time with some high stepping to get away from those arm tackles.
Jumped over a couple of players on the ground, stepped out of a few tackles, used the spin move.
Ends up getting 7 on the play. Second down along 3 for Case with 49 seconds and counting here in the second quarter. The Spartans trying to tack on another touchdown or perhaps a Sam Coffey field goal before the end of the half. Now, they do not have any timeouts left. Wayland will take the snap, looks to throw to the end zone, goes to Homick at the 5. He makes the catch and is tackled. They'll have to move the chains here. 29 seconds left in the quarter. The Spartans now inside the 5 as Homick gets open again, and Wayland puts it right on the numbers. Wayland will hand this ball up the middle to Derek Bush, spins around and cannot make the end zone. In fact, he did not get back to the line of scrimmage in case did have a timeout left. I thought they spent their last timeout earlier, but they did have one remaining, so they take the timeout here, and we'll keep it here during the timeout. The football at the 5.
Well, I don't mind that play, knowing you have a timeout left. Why waste a play spiking the football? At least turn, give it to Bush, see if he can get in the end zone, or give it to Check and somebody. Run a quick play, then use your timeout. Now you have 2 more shots at the end zone before you have to call on Sam Coffey to come in and kick that field goal.
Meyer has scored, Checken has scored, Homick has scored today for the Spartans. They lead it by a score of 21-0. And the Spartans now talking things over about how they want to work this last 19-second allotment here in the first half. We'll be visiting with Marcus Kluzinski at the half, as well as Justine Jurowski of the Case Women's Cross Country Team. We welcome your emails today at sportsinfo@case.edu. We know there are many of you out there following the Spartans and seeing if they can continue this regular season winning streak. Sportsinfo@case.edu. Back on the field now, Wayland directing traffic, calls out the signal, shotgun snap. Football mark on the 5-yard line. Wayland cannot hold on to the snap. He still spins away from the pursuit, steps inside now, still on his feet at the 5, dives in. It's a touchdown for Wayland. Wayland, who bobbled the snap about 4 times and then somehow got away from 3, 4, maybe 5 defenders, finally tiptoes his way into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown run.
That looked like somebody was controlling Dan Whalen with one of those game controllers, push C to spin, X to move. Whalen all over the place. Looked like somebody was just pushing a lot of buttons and having him spin, drive, turn, forward.
That is Dan Whalen's first rushing touchdown of the season. The kick is up and good by Sam Coffey. And it is 28-0 Case as Wayland runs about 20 yards to gain 5 on the touchdown. 3 rushing touchdowns for the Spartans today, 1 through the air. Whalen hit Homick earlier on a 28-yard pass. That time he runs it in himself from 5 out.
Well, the Spartans started slow, Dave. We wondered what kind of day it would be after only posting 7 in the first quarter. They've come back to put up 21 here in the second quarter, and now have outscored their opponents in the first half 191-7.
When that shotgun snap was bobbled by Whalen and actually was right up around his face mask as he kind of batted it a couple of times. It really looked like that play was just going to blow up and that he would end up sacked. He did grab a hold of the football and had a man right in his face, but somehow spun away and got away and danced into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown run. 9 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Coffey checking out the lineup on the kickoff, and this will be a squib kick. It'll be rolling out to the 25-yard line, picked up and returned out to the 35 with 5 seconds to go in the second quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds here for station identification on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
It's presented on Northern Ohio's Christian Talk Station, AM 1220, The Word.
Happy to have Nick Miller at the controls back at the Salem headquarters in Cleveland, Ohio. Happy to have you with us on AM 1220, The Word. They'll mark it at the 35-yard line. We'll have time for one final play here in the second quarter, 28-0 Case. Mike Fisher back out. He'll take the snap, looks to throw the football, hit as he throws, and the pass is intercepted by Bobby Bott. Bott intercepts the pass as the half concludes. That's his second interception of the day. So the Spartans complete the first half on a high note. They lead it by a score of 28-0 here at halftime in Delaware, Ohio. Beautiful, bright, sunny day here in Central Ohio, and the Spartans come out with 28 first-half points, and they go to the locker room with a commanding lead here against the Battling Bishops. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll be visiting with Marcus Kluzinski, the sophomore out of Erie, Pennsylvania. We'll also be talking with Justine Jarosky of the women's cross-country team at Case Western Reserve. And later, Ed will have a complete look at the halftime stats. All of that is still to come right here on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.